sway bar and ride height adjustment.
So I guess this is new to me. I've never been under a Corvette and seen this configuration in the back. This is pretty cool. So this is a gearbox back here?
Yeah, that's the rear differential.
Rear differential, okay.
Yep.
All right. This is just, it kind of shocked me when I saw this. I've never seen this kind of configuration underneath here. Can you explain that to me a little, Don?
Yeah, Corvettes all the way up until the new modern one that has independent rear, all ran a leaf spring.
Really?
Configuration, yeah. It's kind of like dual purpose. You get your sway bar and your suspension all done in one. It's compact. Your drive shafts act as your upper control arm.
Right.
So you would shim these depending on how much camber you want in it. And then it's, I mean, it's a pretty simple, straightforward system. It works.
Right, right.
I mean, the Corvette's been super competitive using
that's
old
just
technology all the way up until modern day times too. So
I guess it's just because I've never had my head stuck up underneath here. I never knew that they were designed like this.
Yep.
Wow, that's
that
pretty
was,
cool.
One of the main features that makes a Corvette, and that's kind of why when they switched to that independent rear on the new one, everybody was saying, oh, it's not really a Corvette anymore because it doesn't have the same setup, the engine configuration, and all that stuff. Everything that's kind of unique to the Corvette has been changed.
Wow. So I learned something new every day. 1970 Plymouth Cuda, right? It's not a Barracuda, it's a Cuda.
It's a Cuda.
Right, okay. And this is Thomas. He's going to tell us what they've done to it.
We built this car a while back, and we had some paint issues that were taken care of and putting it back together. But it is a 446 pack car shaker hood.
Right.
So it is now a 512 stroker 6-pack car with a shaker hood. Any shaker bubble hood cars never had AC in them because you can't fit the AC compressor under the shaker bubble. So this one has custom brackets to move the AC compressor down below the shaker bubble. So this car does have AC as well as the shaker bubble. On this car, the theme was, you know, our theme, factory-ish. So everything had to be factory looking but different. So the 512 stroker motor, the entire motor was painted orange. So even the aluminum heads, just to make sure that it looked like the original engine. The headers are massive, but they were coated in a coating to make them look like cast exhaust manifolds. Anybody would know that's not an exhaust manifold, but we didn't want a shiny header taking your eye away from the rest of the car. The radiator, this is an aluminum radiator that we painted black to match factory. It's got the factory cap on it. It did have the factory HEU style battery in it, but it kept failing, so for now we have this one in it. The wire harness underneath of the car as well as the wiper motor is all done to look like original. This car has a GM 4L80E automatic transmission in it. It's one of the only automatic transmissions that we could find that will hold up to the torque of this monster. So it has an adapter plate to get the GM transmission behind the big block Mopar, as well as a trans controller to control all that good stuff. But it is a very, very nice and fun driving car.
It sounded like a beast when you were pulling it over here, buddy.
It's an absolute animal. This car did actually have the 1-year only rim blow steering wheel. So these Cudas used to have a rim blow, and you squeeze the rim and it would blow the horn. After doing this one, we know why they only did it for 1 year.
Because every time you went around a corner,
it wants to blow the horn. We also did a pistol grip shifter in it. Even though it's an automatic, we wanted a pistol grip look, so it's automatic with a pistol grip. Covered right now. There's a lot of stuff that we did to this car. The leaf springs are moved inboard, so we can get a 295 tire on the rear. The back rims, they make these rims in a 10-inch wide wheel, but the 10-inch wide wheels that are made already would not clear our brakes. So we actually had to take an 8-inch wide wheel, send it off and have it widened so that we can have the drop hoop in a different spot so it would clear the back brakes. So we had those made, and it was just been, you know, little things after little things. It's got the rally dash in it, which is really nice.
Awesome.
It's a nice car. So hopefully we'll get it back together soon, and you can shoot a video of it in one piece. It's
Oh yeah, I'll be around.
We have so much. The wheel arches, I think we have 2 weeks in getting the wheel arches to fit right. The grill, I think we have a couple of weeks in making the grill fit in there perfect. When this car goes together, it is a very, very nice fitting car. It was actually in a magazine, so I'll have to go inside and show you the magazine and everything. But it's It's a really nice car.
It is gonna be gorgeous. Okay, so as we were talking about the Cuda that we're walking away from, I noticed over Thomas's shoulder that a Boss 302 Mustang pulls in. So go and take a look at this real quick.
How's it going? Doing pretty well.
What a car.
This is a real Boss 302.
Really?
Yes, sir. Well, it was.
Wow. That is cool. What are you doing to it?
We have done a lot to this car. Mostly the full interior. We had a lot to do with. I think today it's getting a new battery. The battery's kind of taking a crap on it, and a new starter.
Wow. Look at that paint job. You guys paint this here?
No, sir, we didn't paint this one.
Yeah. What an incredible car.
It does have the reflective Boss 302 stripes on the side. You'll notice in the sun they do reflect.
Wow. Oh yeah, I can see that over here. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but man.
Bare brakes all the way around. Has a 6 pistons in the front, 4 pistons in the rear. Has a Detroit Speed and Engineering Aluma subframe in the front, so it handles like a new Mustang.
Right.
It really does. Wow. That's got a 4-link and coilovers in the rear, so it's coilovers all the way around.
What is that? Okay. Oh my goodness.
Take a look at that gorgeousness.
Wow. Man. That is gorgeous, Thomas.
We made the nameplates on top of the valve cover. We did the plate on top of the radiator. We cleaned up the engine bay a little bit, but since it does have that Detroit Speed and Engineering Aluma subframe, it doesn't have the struts in here anymore. So these are delete panels for the big struts that would have been here. Of course, it's got rack and pinion power steering, the bare brakes all the way around.
Man,
Very
gorgeous. Cool. And now you did the interior on this?
Yes, sir.
This is one of your interiors.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see this, buddy.
It's a little ridiculous, but...
Oh, wow.
So we did the chrome strip on the bottom of the door, kind of emulates the hockey stripe that's on the side of the door.
Right, right.
If you look inside, that's all Mercedes-Benz Alcantara that's on the roof. It's a one-piece headliner.
Oh wow, look at that. And look at the LED lighting in the back.
It's all the way down the sides. It has all kinds of LED mood lighting, as well as under the dash in the front, you'll see it.
Wow, look at that. Yep, I see it over there.
So that LED lighting there and down the back comes on at 100% when you open the doors. But when you close the doors and turn the ignition on, it comes in at 10% as a mood light.
Ah.
So in front of the LED strip in the front, see that little pocket down there? It's right in front of the shifter.
Yes, sir.
That's like a James Bond style dock for your iPhone. You slide it in there and it makes connection, and then turns the Apple CarPlay on the double dent that's in the top. So up top is where the AC vents would have been, where the double dent is. And then down below where the AC vents are now, that's where the radio would have been. And then down below that is the AC controls.
Awesome.
Every piece of wood grain in here is hydro dipped.
This?
Yes, sir.
That's real wood?
It's a hydro dipping. So what they do is they put an image on to the plastic, but the wood that they offer for this, I believe it's called the deluxe interior package, wasn't the right kind of wood. We didn't like that kind of wood. So then we also made the bottom wood panel that's in the console and the cup holder. We had to modify the floor to get the depth for the cup holder.
Right, right.
And then all the wood grain has been hydro dipped, like I said. And then there's a home link up there, like a modern car. That's for your garage door opener.
Ah,
you see
right.
that there?
Yeah.
And I don't like to tell too many people about this, but there's an LED around the dome light. I don't know if you can see it as well.
Sure can.
But that dome light's a 69 Camaro dome light. Don't tell any of the Ford guys.
I won't say it.
That's a 69.
You just did though.
Yeah. So then these, if you can see the transition between the headliner and the sail panel right here where my finger is, it's dead perfect. The headliner and sail panels were bodywork together in this region. Had this super clean.
Yeah. Wow. What a car. And now these seats, they're gorgeous, man.
Yes. They also have the Mercedes-Benz Alcantara in them.
Wow. Amazing, dude.
We'll open the trunk here in a minute.
Okay. Look at that trunk, Thomas.
Yeah, so we got a raised Ford logo in here.
Yeah. Wow.
The left side, under that grill mesh, is a JL Audio subwoofer. So we have a subwoofer on that side. On this panel is the amplifier and battery, and everything are behind this panel.
Wow.
Again, we did the custom hockey stripes to match the hockey stripes on the side.
Absolutely gorgeous, Thomas.
There's also a dome light under here.
Yeah, yeah.
That works with a pin switch.
Mhm.
So every time you open the trunk, it'll light down the bottom.
What an amazing car, man.
Yeah,
You guys did
it's pretty nice.
fabulous work on that. Incredible.
He loves it.
All right, Dom is working on a Buick here.
Yes.
What did you say this car was doing?
Everything that it's not supposed to.
Okay, all right. Quitting in the middle of the road. And...
Yeah, it died in the middle of the road on a test drive. It runs rich, then it runs lean, and then it runs rich, then it runs fine. It's just very inconsistent with whatever it's doing, but I do know it sat for a while, so I'm assuming there's probably something sticky or dirty in the cars.
Sure.
Take them apart and clean them. I can't get anything to be consistent. I can set the idle, I can set this, leave it, test drive it around the block, and then all of a sudden it's running entirely different all over again. Complete needs a retune, so the fuel's good in it. Everything else is fine. It's just, I think the carbs are...
So you're just diving in and gonna give them a good clean.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this thing's ever had the carbs really gone through or worked on before, so wouldn't hurt to just open them up and make sure everything's good.
Thanks, Don.
Yep.
Little Ozzy in the background.
Yes.
Or is that Ozzy or is that Deep Purple or Black Sabbath?
Black Sabbath, I
Black
believe.
Sabbath. No, why would I say Deep Purple?
I don't know.
It's because back in those days I really...
Still have the linkages are a pain in the ass.
Mr. Lee is over here changing out a starter.
Starter.
Man, everything's painted under here. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Nice and pretty.
Oil pans painted.
Everything. Chassis.
Everything. Chassis. Wow. So that's what's going on the 34 Vicky.
A little warm.
Hey, Casey.
Hey, Alan, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. See, you're working on the scoop there, huh?
Oh yeah, get a little critical thinking in on it.
Yeah. So what have you done up here, buddy?
Pretty much
Oh, look at that.
came in and built a little mock-up frame, kind of get the design what we're going for here.
So there's your mock-up, right?
Yep.
Frame a couple pieces over to the cross block.
Yep. So what we did is we did our template for our sides. We're gonna end up fiberglassing the scoop down a little bit with a skirt.
Uh-huh. Oh, look at that.
And we just made a simple little box tube frame that kind of sits in place.
Now this scoop, for those of you that don't know, this is because the radiator is sitting down here behind the cab. So you don't have a radiator up in front of the engine. They're gonna have ram air come through this scoop down to the radiator down there. So he's built a, it looks to be a mount for the scoop. And it's gonna sit right there, look at that.
Something about that profile,
Right?
give or take.
Oh, it just sits just above the hood. That looks awesome.
One piece at a time.
One piece at a time. Old Johnny Cash song. But it is coming together great, Casey. Oh, and I see you filled the holes in.
Yes, sir. So the last time you guys were here, we did a few things since. We filled the holes in on the fenders. We went and body worked these a little bit, did some hammering and dollowing, trued up our arch, recut our reveal line all the way around on both sides. We also took our bumper off. We used to have some hardware holes around in miscellaneous spots, a few pieces in the center. We had to throw some patches on, and we went ahead and tightened that up, got it epoxied, tapped and drilled the hardware holes for those to be mounted.
Right.
And now we're moving on to the scoop.
Dude, it's just looking fabulous. Can't wait to see this thing when it's rolling down the road. Man.
A lot of hard work. A lot of hard work.
A lot of hard work. Thank you, Casey.
Yes, sir.
All right, this is the C10 build in progress. One of the many that are ongoing here. And it looks like Steven's doing a little bit of work to the windows. Got them all covered up.
Just some touch-up paint.
Some touch-up paint?
Yep. The rails were looking a little crusty.
Right,
Nothing
right.
major. I am by no means a painter. I am just able to get paint to stick to things.
Looks like you're doing a good job. So there's what's going on with the C10.
It's gotta go up like another foot.
Almost. There you go. It's kind of no.
It's all out. Okay. Thin.
Oh, it's kind of in.
Grab a bolt.
Let me move this.
Can't see. I know, you got the truck 8 feet in the air. I'm like, I can't lift up here. It's not 8 feet in the air. It's just tall enough that I can stand on it without crouching all freaking day long. I look like Quasimodo when I leave work. I don't know where the hole is. It's been your problem your whole life. Yeah, it sure has.